Yo, what is going on, family? Alright, bet. Let me send this thing out. Bet. Bet. If you guys are joining up on this, send this out to everybody. This is about to be a big call. Send this thing out, family. Send this thing out. I'm gonna get started in about 60 seconds, family. 60 seconds. So with that being said, right, first of all, right, I know we only got a couple people in here right now. What's good, Vic? I hope we're having a blessed and positive, very productive day, family, right? So with that being said, right, let me get some things in the chat that you guys are grateful for. Let me get some things in the chat that you guys are grateful for. I always like to start my calls with gratitude, because at the end of the day, we got to be grateful for what we have now for God to give us more. So with that being said, what's good, family? What's good? Send this thing out. Send this thing out to everybody. I'm telling you, this isn't just for people that are inside I am, outside I am. I'm telling you, this is about to be a call for anybody and everybody, right? But with that being said, send this thing out. We're going to get this thing going in about 30 seconds, family. 30 seconds. I'm going to start running this thing up. Bet. There he is. Bet, family. Right, so I want to start this call, obviously, with gratitude, right? I like to start all my calls with gratitude because this is something that's very, very important. We have to be grateful for what we have now for God to give us more, right? So with that being said, right, before I bring up the man C. John, the myth, the legend himself, right, I want to talk about, one or two key points before I really start opening up this call, because I'm telling you guys, this is the information that can change your situation, right? So first thing, right, I heard this quote the other day, right? And it's people that are hungry are willing to do things today others won't. In order to get things tomorrow, others won't have, right? This is very, very important, family. This is pivotal for our success, right? We have to understand that at the end of the day, right, we have to, one, be grateful for what we have now for God to give us more, but as well as we really have to understand, we have to be hungry. We need to have that that real, I'm talking that thing deep inside you. We need to let that thing out, right? I don't care where you are, what you're going in this world, right? Where you're trying to go, what things you're trying to achieve, succeed, right? Imagination is the starting point for creation, family. So I really want you guys to understand that before we bring up this man, because I'm telling you, when I bring this man up, it's about to be different, right? We're about to talk about some big topics that make big results, right? So with that being said, right, you don't get in life what you want. You get in life what you are. This is a very powerful quote, family. I don't want this one to go over your head. I'm telling you guys, right? This information can change your situation, right? People that are hungry are unstoppable, right? People that are hungry are no matter what people, right? That means no matter what, right? They're people free. What does people free mean? That means nobody will come in between me and my success, right? Same thing for you guys. You cannot let people, places, or things get in the way of you and your success, family. So I really want you guys to understand, and really I hope we're taking notes. Because I'm telling you, with the man that I'm about to bring up here in about 2 minutes, right, I really want you guys to be taking notes on this, because this information can truly change your situation, right? So with that being said, right, you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. This is something I wanted to talk about real quick, because this is a very important thing, especially in our society, right, family? So many people in our society believe that, they got too old, right? I know my parents are a perfect example, right? They're stuck in their old ways, right? They were taught something. It's like you can't teach you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, you can, right? People can always change. People can always upgrade, right? Always perfect, never defect. I say it all the time, family. I want you guys to really be applying this information, like real talk, family, right? I got one more quote. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of homework, and then we're going to bring up the absolute legend, right? So with that being said, right, provide more service than you get paid for. This is important. This is a pivotal one, right? So many people in this industry and other industries, right? Like let's say, for example, you're working at McDonald's, right? You're not going to do extra work that you don't get paid for, right? But in the industry of speaking, in the industry of entrepreneurship, investing, we get paid to help people do better. We get paid to help people go to the next level. So I really want you guys to understand impact drives income, right? We need to make a decision today to change. We need to make a decision today to make things happen, right? So if we ain't got our notepads out, we need to get the notepads out, family, because I'm about to bring up somebody very, very special, right? So give me 1 second. Let me Let me add him to the call real quick. Perfect. There he is. Family, perfect. So, with that being said, right, I'm about to bring up somebody very, very important to me, right? This is a man that I've been studying ever since about Accelerator back in, I want to say that was last June, right? I saw this man's impact. I saw the way that he spoke about God. I saw the way that he spoke about taking others to their success, their dreams, their goals, right? And I really thought to myself, man, this is what a servantless leader looks like, family. This is the man that can help me go to the next level. And I really hope the information he's about to give tonight will take you guys to the next level, because I know it will. Right? So with that being said, hold up. Let me make sure that my man's is invite to join. Perfecto. Let me just make sure he can join real quick. I want to. Perfect. There he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend himself. C. John, I appreciate you so much for being on Motivation Monday tonight, right? This is a big call for me, bro. This is somebody that I've really been studying you since Accelerator. I really saw the way that you spoke about God. Honestly, I haven't even told you this, but honestly, one of the reasons why I really started getting into, believing in God, wearing a cross again, really understanding that, God was the way that I was going to be able to get success was from you, bro. You and Pastor Collins were the two people that really took my life to the next level. So I just want to thank you for that, first of all, getting on this call, family. But, without further ado, I really want to ask you a couple questions that I really feel like won't just help me, but will help people on this call get to the next level in their life, right? So with that being said, right, are you ready, my man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. First and foremost, bro, pleasure getting me on, bro. I definitely want to say I'm thankful, bro, that you were able to go ahead and get me on. And I think the way you reached out, bro, it was very professional. It was very it came from your heart, you know what I mean? And I know that you had the right intentions, brother. So first and foremost, bro, I wanna definitely give you props because if you're able to go ahead and get confirmation from people who've been on a high frequency, that could tell, you can tell right there what type of frequency you're on, bro. So you're on. I'm excited to see your success, bro. I'm excited to see your success, bro. And let's get it, man. So thank you for having
Bro,
me on, bro.
I appreciate that so much, family. That means so much to me, bro. But with that being said, right, I got some absolutely fire questions, and I'm about to just really give them, bro. And I want to talk about these topics with you, bro. So with that being said, right, my first question is: we know goals are a big part of what we do, right? But my question is for you: what does manifestation mean to C. John, and how has it helped you develop into the person we see today?
Good question. Good question. So what does manifestation mean to me?
Yes.
And then you said, how has it helped me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good question, bro. Manifestation for me is being able to, being able to speak, right? And I think, when we speak things, it goes into creation. You know what I mean? Anytime you speak something, it goes into creation. It can be good, it can be bad, and I believe that everything that you speak, you can literally go ahead and manifest. For example, just to kind of give you an example of what manifestation is, some people like to uh, be loose with their words. For example, they'll say, "Dad, my back is killing me." Now, later on in life, you're wondering why you have back problems because you spoke that. So
Mm-hmm.
you can manifest the things that you're speaking. And I believe that, what you're speaking and the words that's coming out of your mouth play a huge role in your manifestation, because at the end of the day, the unconscious mind doesn't know if it's a lie or if it's the truth,
Mm-hmm.
so manifestation is being able to, I believe is being able to speak something in existence and it actually show up in the physical, so that's that. And then in terms of how it worked for me, bro, in 2020, I was able to being able to hit some pinnacle levels in terms of, getting an abundant amount of success, within the space that I'm in. And, what I can tell you is that, it was through the power of being able to speak and being able to manifest the things that I wanted, with my words, and I'm very, very, very cautious with the things that I say, things that I speak, the things that I think, the things that I let enter my ear gates and eye gates. I'm very, very particular on those things that I actually, I be able to receive, in terms of like what I'm hearing, what I'm speaking. So, how's manifestation been able to work in my life is just be literally by speaking the vision, but
Hmm.
not only speaking the vision, but speaking things that complement the vision so that now I can go ahead and manifest it. So it takes a lot of belief and faith, geared up with that as well to be able to, manifest what it is that you want. So it's a combo, bro. It's a combo of words, it's a combo of faith, it's
Hmm.
a combo of belief.
Hmm.
And when you put that together, you get some ingredients. I would say those are the ingredients, to be able to get towards manifestation. Because it's not just one thing that you do. You got to speak it. You got to have faith behind what you're speaking. You got to have belief behind what you're speaking. And then you got to be consistent because, one thing I know is God will do is he will test your vision for authenticity. So what that means is that he'll make you wait a little longer
Hmm.
just to see where your faith is at, just to see where your belief is at. He's like, you might give up after a year
Hmm.
because I didn't give you what you want. So that's kind of like what manifestation means to me, and that's how it's been able to work in my life, and just speaking the right things, and speaking the vision, and I've been able to manifest some things to really be able to hit some pinnacle levels of success, and income as well.
Bro, that's absolutely powerful, right? Because I tell my team all the time, imagination is the starting point of creation, right? You have to imagine it, you have to see it to achieve it, right? I can't really show you right here, but I got a whole bunch of my little like cards on my wall, and I literally have every single thing. I have me wanting to meet Nano Torres and build a genuine relationship for me and my team. I have my goals for income. I have my goals for mindset, right? It's something that's so powerful, and I feel like so many people don't take advantage of it. They let the things that are going on in the outside world affect their inner selves, and that's something that you really broke down really well of how it helps people really go to the next level, bro. But I'm gonna go into my second question real quick because I feel like this one's gonna help a lot of people that are up and coming speakers, people that want to motivate people for a living, bro. My second question is, my brother, in what we do speaking for a living, right? And I heard this quote right one time from John Maxwell, right? And it says leaders and speakers are created, not born, right? What is something that gave you faith to lead and speak for hundreds and even thousands of people when you first started?
Can you repeat the question? I like it. I think it was so good. I have to hear it again.
You are good, family. So, in what we do, speaking for a living, right? I heard a quote from John Maxwell, right? And it says, leaders and speakers are created, not born, right? So, what was something that gave you faith to lead and speak for hundreds or even thousands of people when you first started?
Wow. Man, first and foremost, good question, brother. Good question. I would say, when it comes to, being able to uh get to that point where I can speak, what gave me the faith, what gave me the courage to be able to do something like that. And I like how you said leaders or you said speakers. It was it leaders or was it speakers? It was leaders
So,
that's
it,
created,
it
right?
says leaders and speakers are created, not born.
Created, right? Yeah, and I think, you create that. I think a lot of people take let's first pick apart the speaking part, because public speaking is probably like one of the most feared things, besides dying. You know what I mean? It's like top two,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that a lot of people don't know that, I first, before I can come up with any personal development, before I could come up with any gems, before I could even, talk about, things that I might have heard in a sermon or things that I might have heard from a pastor or, something that, a family member had been able to give me. You first got to start with your story. You know what I mean? You first got to start with your story when it comes to being able to be a speaker. And I knew that there was a lot of, I went to college, I have a college degree. So I knew that there's individuals, and I don't want to say they got tricked, but there's individuals who went to college, got their degree, and when they got out, it was like, there goes life. You know what I mean? And whether you could get the good job or, there's some people who didn't get the good job, for me, I was just like, man, like this is it's crazy to the point where like I see so many people who graduated who don't have a job, and I see so many people who didn't go to college who are having massive success. So it's like, who's right? Who's
Mm-hmm.
right? Who's actually right? And I knew that with my story, me being able to say I'm a college graduate, you know, I got my bachelor's degree, but still able to take part in something entrepreneurial for myself. You know, I knew that I had a story to tell that can impact somebody that's probably in school right now or that finished school right now. And you know, I know where I come from. I come from, you know, me and you spoke about it. You know, I come from humble beginnings. Like I remember, you know, the lights being cut off. I remember all those things. So, you know, me being able to see that, you know, I said, man, I want more, you know, and I had to get in different environments. You know, in the beginning, you know, I kept my speeches short. And then after that, I was like, yo, you know what? I gotta dig deeper. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
be able to connect. I gotta be able to connect and not be scared. And you know, obviously, you know, in your first time speaking, you're gonna be nervous, but I've been able to develop the faith to go ahead and speak because, you know, faith stands for find answers in the heart. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's the acronym, you know, find answers in the heart, you know. So I was just like, man, like I'm speaking with my heart. I'm not necessarily speaking just because it sounds good. I'm
Yeah.
speaking from the heart, you know. So and being able to speak in front of, you know, hundreds, thousands of people, you know, it's something that I already had envisioned, bro. To be honest with you, you know, I just didn't know where I was gonna do it and when I was gonna do it. You know, I thought, to be honest with you, I thought that I was just gonna be speaking to the youth a lot. You know what I mean? Because I've spoken in small groups in the youth because I've done a lot of community service. So I've worked for free before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, so you know, being able to speak to thousands of people, I said, man, I don't know. This is not for everybody in the crowd, but this is for somebody in the crowd. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I was like, this is not about my fears. When you think about how scared you are to speak, you're still thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where fear cancels out faith. So now your faith can't be fulfilled towards this action, which is what you needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be fulfilled because of fear. You know, so I would say, you know, that was really like the whole perspective of just, you know, really just understanding like my story can impact somebody. My faith, you know, my faith works. You know what I mean? And I'm talking from my heart. You know, and I'm able to go ahead and impact. I may not be able to impact all the 10,000 people in the room, but maybe 3 or 4,000 get it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so you know, that's how I've been able to, you know, I think that's what really gave me the courage and, you know, just knowing where I come from and just knowing that I mean, you can even inspire somebody with just a few words. So that's how I know words are really, really powerful, bro. But yeah, that was a good question, bro. Thank you. Thank you for that,
That's
bro.
powerful right there because I tell my team all the time, especially with people that I'm trying to develop as speakers, I tell them to switch the paradigm, right? Stop worrying about being anxious or scared of speaking. You should be grateful for being able to give people the information to change their lives, right? This is the paradigm that really gave me my confidence in speaking, and I feel like that's very powerful the way you said that because you literally broke that down. Changing the paradigm in your head to understand, you might not impact everybody in the room, but guess what? It matters to somebody. Maybe that one person, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help people. We're here to help people grow and develop as people. So that's very, very powerful, bro. I love that answer. So going into my third question, bro, I heard this quote by Bob Proctor, right? And it hit me. This one's big, right? They have access to the key maker, but they never get the key made, right? He's talking about the power of mentorship, right? And I wanted to ask you, all right, for the people that take mentorship for granted, right? What does mentorship mean for you, and how has it helped you as a leader?
Wow, that was a good question. That was a good question. Man, mentorship is the is probably the quickest way to get to success. That's one. Mentorship is the quickest way for you to get to success. You can work hard, or you can work smart. You can
Mm-hmm.
work hard or you can work smart. And the smarter way is the mentor has actually been through what they've been through what you're going to go through. So you being able to go ahead and get the keys from somebody, right? Because they already went through the door. It's like kind of like asking somebody, hey, like, the thing is that when it comes to mentorship, it's like asking somebody, hey, bro, like, how do you get to such and such, or they're asking other people other than asking the janitor. You know what I mean? Like, the janitor is the one with the keys, but you're asking everybody else how to get to such and such. You know what I mean? When they know the whole building. You know what I mean? And the janitor can be the mentor. It could be the person who has the value, the person who has, the sauce. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they take that for granted because, they don't understand the perspective of it. But mentorship means a lot to me, bro. It helped me cut my time in half, bro. It helped me cut my time in half. I didn't want success to take as long as it does for other people. I just knew that if I was very submissive, when it comes to like me being able to, like, I take mentorship so serious, bro, to the point where, like, if any one of my mentors is getting out the car, I'm opening the door. I'm getting the menus. I'm wiping off the table for them. Like, I still do this now, even being somebody who's made over six figures. Like, I'm still doing that now. I open doors. Hey, you want some water? Hey, like, it's never a time where, like, I'm not doing the most to show the gratitude, because I understand that gratitude grants me access, and I got access to somebody who's went further than me, who got the knowledge. So, I appreciate mentee. I appreciate being the mentee because I know how hard it was for the person that went through the storm as a mentor. And they went through all the trials. The best thing I could do is, one is be the most coachable person that I can be the most teachable person that I can be the most hungriest person that I can be. I have a pleasing personality, to really bottle that up in terms of ingredients on how to be a mentee towards a mentor. And I think a lot of people take mentorship for granted. That's why they don't send the gratitude text to their mentor. They don't send they don't call their mentor. They make excuses to where, oh, my mentor is busy. No, like, once the mentor sees that you're eager to get to this next level, the mentor starts opening, time on the calendar for you, because you're eager. But also you have to prove that you earned the mentorship as well. But mentorship is everything, bro. Like, it literally determines how far you can go sometimes, bro. It determines how far you can actually go. So yeah, bro, like, I can go all day about mentorship and why people should be, submissive and should listen, because mentorship is the reason why I'm the person I am today, bro. Like, to be honest with you. So
That's
yeah, that's how important it is to me, bro.
bro, that's powerful, right? And that just kind of shows how servantless you are as a leader, bro. You really, make sure that the people that are helping you get to the next level are making sure that they're good, right? And I feel like you're really right. A lot of people don't show that gratitude to their mentors. They don't show that. They don't realize the power of servantless leadership. And really, bro, like, I said it even before you got on this call, bro, like, provide more service than you get paid for. Like, you don't get paid to do those things, but guess what? Those things open doors that a question or something else would never open, right? And that's very, very powerful. I feel like a lot of people, needed to hear that, honestly, bro. That's amazing, right? But I'm going to go into my fourth question, right? And this one's, I feel like, really important, right? Consciousness, or in other words, free will, what God gave us, is the most powerful thing we have as humans. I heard this quote the other day: your imagination can either be the door to your success or a cage to your current reality. What helped take C. John's confidence from his confidence we see today, or from his confidence that we see today, to where, like, it is now, right?
Okay. So was that a two-part question, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes. So it's asking, like, what is the power, like, what does consciousness mean to you, right? And then how do you really fix people from, getting stuck in their consciousness, for, keeping them in a cage? Because I feel like so many people in their consciousness, they let their thoughts and their reality, they let their thoughts become their reality. You know what I mean? They let themselves bottle up all this depression, anxiety, and they put themselves in a cage of fear and anxiousness. How do you, go about how did you fix that in yourself, first of all, but then how do you fix it in other people as well?
Yeah. So how, to the first question, when it comes to the consciousness and, and so you won't get stuck in a cage, bro. I think, that's why, number one, personal development is super, super key, is a key component. Personal development, I can honestly say it really saved my life, to be honest with you. Like I wouldn't be the person I am if I wasn't personal developed. I was speaking to somebody earlier and it was just like, yo, like I don't know how to like really talk like how you talk. And I was like, yo, like this took reps. This took some time. This took me listening to audios, for example, let's say, if Scotty's hanging around Drake enough, or he's hanging around Gustavo enough, or you're hanging around me enough, you got to understand, like at some point, who you're around, you start to kind of speak like them a little bit. You know what I mean? You may take bits and pieces of like, certain things that they might say. Maybe it's a lingo, maybe you start understanding. Like if I had a super Southern accent, you'd probably like repeat after if I said something because you thought it was dope or you thought it was funny, but you're gonna hear it over and over. So I feel like, when it comes to that consciousness and really being able to break out of that in terms of like somebody, staying in a cage, one is going to be the personal development. And then two is a lot of times your spiritual side is going to be able to help take care of that conscious side, because at the end of the day, I believe that you got to be able to develop that spirit, bro. And I believe you develop that spirit with gratitude. I believe that you develop that spirit with worship music. I believe you develop that spirit with sermons. I believe you develop that spirit by reading the great book, and a lot of times, they're relying on their consciousness, but you got to ask, if you're listening, if your consciousness has you stuck, you got to understand that number one, God says, God is not the author of confusion. So if you don't know where to go, if your mind is not set on something and you don't know how, you got to go ahead and check your spirit. Because in a natural, you're looking at like, all right, my mind, like I don't know if I can go do this. I don't know if I can do that. But like, yo, like if you got your spirit right, your spirit will lead you the right way. You have your spirit, man, will literally inside of you will be like, you know what? It would start to unpack certain things that you don't understand. So like when that consciousness gets to that point where it's like, it's looking to stop you or keep you hesitant, you gotta let the spirit take place in what's going on, because the spirit is gonna be able to help you produce more than what the conscious mind is gonna go ahead and do. You know what I mean? Because the conscious mind, at the end of the day, it's getting fed daily, whether what you watch. But if you could feed that spirit, the right way, and it will lead you to where you need to go. Because at the end of the day, that spirit is going to be able to correlate to other components so far as belief, faith, and as long as you got these things, you got those same words showing up over and over: faith, belief, courage. It's going to make a huge difference in you being able to get to the next level, because at the end of the day, bro, like that spirit that's the thing that's really going to help you, get past, a lot of the things. Because 90% of success is spiritual. And we all know that we want some sort of success. It doesn't matter if we're accomplishing, exercising every day. That's, us being able to have success and being able to knock that out every single day. That's going to depend on, I bet like you got to make a decision, and then it's my spirit going to follow, so. And the last question was what? What was the last question? I'm not sure if I answered the whole question, but you said something else at the end.
You actually pretty much did answer my whole question, right?
Okay.
How you were able to change your consciousness, right? Because I was just reading a book recently, and I've really been pushing on my whole team. Nano's been going over it on his calls, the power of awareness. And, understanding that you have to be aware of where you are now to be able to grow, right? You have to accept where you are now. Maybe you're lazy. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you're broke, busted, and disgusted. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you got to be aware of where you are now to be able to grow. And that was a beautiful way of really being able to break that down, because I feel like so many people in this generation, they want to be regular. Let's be honest. They want to be wearing the same clothes. They want to be looking all the same. And at the end of the day, regular things give regular results. We have to be thinking different. We have to be moving different if we want to be different, right? Or we're just going to end up with the same results that everyone else has. There's a reason why, only 5% of the world really see success. The other 95%, they're just left in the dust. They never see their dreams. They never see their success. I see that in my parents, very often. In my life,
Mm-hmm.
my parents set work ethic for me. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be honest, the streets raised me. I was somebody that was doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing. But guess what? When I came into this business after looking at 25 years in prison, right, I really looked at myself and said, wow, like I need to make a change, right? I need to make a conscious decision today to change to be able to grow myself into tomorrow, bro. So that is an amazing way of answering that question. That really, helped me out. And I hope it helps some people on this call, bro. But, I got one more question for you. And then, we'll do a little Q&A with the chat. And then we'll let you go, bro. I really want to respect your time, bro. But I really do appreciate you getting on this call, family. Like, real talk, right? And I feel like this question is a big one, bro, because I feel like us as leaders have all dealt with this, right? As a leader, we sometimes need a reset. We're all humans, right? But my question is, how does C. John attack that reset and recharge yourself to benefit your team?
Good question, man. That's a freaking good question. I don't know who gave you that one, but I don't know if you just curated that one. Where'd you
I,
get that one from?
bro, it took me all week to think of these questions, but yeah.
I like that one. Let's say it again because I think that I want anybody that just came on to really understand like how I unpack this.
Okay, bet. Perfect. So, as leaders, we sometimes need a reset, right? We're all humans. So, my question is for you, how does C. John attack the reset and recharge yourself to benefit your team?
This is gonna be another, number one, that's a good question. This is gonna be another one leading towards the spiritual side, bro. At the end of the day, bro, like when I'm out here, I'm not fighting physical things. I'm fighting spiritual things. So I just prepare my spirit for battle, bro. And how I do that is, on the weekends, I may have to go ahead and, dive into the book. I may have to dive into the sermons. I might have to go ahead and, you know, get right with my spirit. I might have to go pray a little bit more. I have to be more intentional with my prayer. I have to write certain things down. Like I gotta have these conversations with him. And a lot of things that really just help me is just really just being able to, on Saturdays, I'll be honest with you, bro. There's sometimes where I won't take any calls on Saturday. Like it's just really just me time, really just being able to, rekindle everything that I need, bro. And, I'm gonna be honest, bro, like I'm a bit different. So it's like, I can't even say, bro, that I've probably done it unintentional just because I did it and then but like, bro, like it's really just worship music that I really just like it just really recharges me, bro. Like I can get a reset just from listening to worship music, and I'm just because I'm so happy with what God actually did for me. Like I'm so glad that I woke up. If I woke up again, there's hope for me. You know what I mean? I get another chance at life. I get another chance to impact. I get another chance to do something somebody else didn't do. I get another chance at it. And like, bro, like at the end of the day, I've never really had that moment where it's just like I'm very different, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like I could tolerate a lot of like when I see obstacles, I just laugh because I already know who's in charge. I already know who's in control. So, why would I feel some type of way? I'm constantly thinking about my why, bro. I'm constantly thinking about, what God has done for me. So like it's like how can I even lose? How can I even go into a place where I need a reset? So I can honestly say, bro, like, I've had like, unconscious, I would say, like I wasn't even aware that it was a reset. Like for example, we went to Cabo in September, right? That was a reset for me, but I didn't really need a reset. You know what I mean? Like but it was good to get away. That's when I was like, oh snap, this is like a reset for me. You know what I mean? But other than that, like bro, like I could handle the obstacles. I eat that up for lunch, bro. Like I really do this. You know what I mean? So like my spirit is brave. My spirit is strong. You know what I mean? So it's hard to break me. You know what I mean? Because I already know who's in control. I already know who powered me up. I already know my source. I already know where I get my power from. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, like, you got to have that dog in you whenever you looking to go ahead and get certain things out. So now I'm talking about physical and spiritual. You know what I mean? So, like, it's no reset for me, bro. Like, it's go get that thing done. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people, the reason why they battle with some of these things is because they don't have order in their life. That's why they battle with, oh, I gotta go reset. It's some type of clutter. Maybe your room is not clean. Maybe your desk is not clean. Maybe you need to clean out your messages. Maybe you got clutter in your life. That's why you can't understand the perspective of what's going on. You doing it in a certain way, and you don't have structure to what you're doing. And a lot of people think that they're doing it on their own, but like, bro, like I really got that dog in me. I don't need no reset. Like, yo, like it's they might think I need a reset, but it's, bro, my spirit, literally, I prepared my spirit for battle already. So we good. You know, I prepared my physical mind to really just understand, like, yo, like, we're gonna go get this done. It's either I'm gonna get this done or I'm gonna get this done. And because, like, bro, like I got a mom who works. I got a mom who works who I told her I was gonna retire her. You think I'm going back on my word? Absolutely not. It's gonna get done or it's gonna get done. You know what I mean? And that just comes from the only reason I'm getting this type of power, the only reason I could speak like this with this type of mindset, with the type of posture that I could speak with, is because, bro, like I don't think nobody really believe in the source like I do. Like when they talk about belief, like bro, my belief in the source is enormous. I know what he's done. I know what he's brought me through. He brought me. I'm like, yo, you done brought me through worse things. I'm like, bro, like there's no way. Like he's brought me through so many things, bro. So why would I? I'm not even worried. Like when I see the obstacle come up, I'm like, okay, teaching point. I get to learn. I gotta learn something, you know. So that's my perspective on it, bro. Like it's just like I don't even, you know, and I don't mean to say it as in like being boastful or being able to be cocky or anything like that, but like I've never really intentionally said, yeah, bro, I just need to go reset. Like, bro, like no, like, you know, like I got everything that I got everything that hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I got everything that I got everything that I need, bro. Like I prepared my battle. I prepared my spirit for battle. I prepared my conscious mind for battle. I prepared my unconscious mind for battle. You know, I know the physical labor work that I gotta put in. I know that as long as I got this journal, you know what I mean, I can journal that. As long as I got this notepad, I can get busy. As long as I got this calendar, I can go get busy. Why am I gonna make an opportunity or something that I've gotten to pay $200 make it a big deal that involves me impacting people? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like there's no I mean, yeah, if you need a reset, you know, go reset that spirit. Don't reset your how you're feeling or dang, man, I feel down. You need to go, how can I feel down when I woke up today and somebody didn't? It ain't. Oh, y'all can't hear me?
No, yeah, I can hear you. That's crazy.
Oh, somebody said they couldn't hear me. Oh, okay. Yeah, so, you know, how can I feel some type of way, bro? How can I feel some type of, how can I even think about it? I can't even think about a reset because I never had to redo something. I'm just going and I'm picking up from where I went off at. It's no really no reset, bro. I got to go make it happen, bro. So like, I'll be honest, bro. I had resets, but I didn't plan the reset. It was just, all right, bet they told the chairmans to come out to Cabo, and that was a reset for me. You know what I mean? Or I went to a different state, and I was like, wow, this is kind of like a clarity reset moment. But it never was like intentional. Like, man, I gotta go reset. Bro, I already know what I can do, and I can get busy, bro. So, yeah, I just got real passionate about it because, like, you know, I'm just built different, bro. Like, and I love that I get to attack the day every single day because God gave me another chance.
Bro, that's so powerful. You know, you really broke down a lot of points that I've honestly been like really understanding myself, like making your why bigger than you. You know, I know personally in my life, you know, I can't speak for other people, but, you know, in my life, I gave up on myself many times, right? I thought that I was never going to be anything. I thought that I was going to end up, you know, living the same life that my parents did. I thought I was going to end up in jail, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, as soon as I made my why about my family, as soon as I made it bigger than me, right, and change the perspective, right? I love how you talk about the strength of your you know, everything, bro. You're so strong in the mind, and that's something that a lot of people, I feel like, don't understand because they're not close to God. They don't pray every night. They're not writing their affirmations down every single day. They're not writing down their goals to take them to the next level. You know, talking even, you know, going back, like, you know, imagination is the starting point to creation. You know, this is things that, you know, the book itself talks about, you know what I mean? So you got to really like be honing in on these things. I hope people are really taking notes on this, because I'm telling you, I know I was taking notes. That was absolutely fire, bro. I really appreciated that, bro. But with that being said, I do want to end this off on a little Q&A, because I feel like the people at home want to ask some questions. So with that being said, family, you guys put some questions in the chat that you want to ask the man, Mr. Big Faith himself, and really, to help you guys go to the next level, right? We're going to answer about 2 or 3 questions, then we're going to let the man go, because we respect his time, family.
Tell him to put the questions in the questions box, bro. Like, I think it's like a questions box there, so you can.
Yeah, perfect.
You can tell him to put questions in the questions box, bro, and we can rock out from there.
Okay. Sure. So, our man Vaughn is asking, are guided prayers okay?
Yeah. I mean, as a beginner, as somebody who's you need something guided at first, yeah, because I started off with guided meditation first. You know what I mean? So I believe that the guided prayers can work at first, and then as you grow, as you grow in your spirit, and you start to like really say, you start to really understand what your heart can do. You start really being able to get to that prayer, and instead of you not knowing what to say, you start hearing people the way they pray. Now you know how you can express yourself when it comes to prayer as well.
That's
so yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay, that's actually a really good way of answering that question, because that's honestly something that even I use a lot of guided prayer. My grandmother was a preacher for many years, so she taught me a lot of the different prayers that they say in church and in different biblical settings. So I've really started to figure out my own way of doing it. But definitely very powerful to for newer people to start with that, because at the end of the day, you don't know what to say yet. Right, you need to have the right guidance to be able to start knowing what to say. Use what other people have said in different sermons and things to help you start guiding into the way that you pray. Because for me personally, I pray a lot about my team. I pray a lot about success for the people around me, for God giving me a voice that can be heard by people, that can impact people's lives, pierce them through their hearts, right? It's such a powerful thing when you're a speaker and you start to understand the power of your word, the power of the way you hold yourself, the power of the things you can do with simply speaking. You know what I mean? But with that being said, right, do we have any other questions? Right, we'll do one more question, family. If you guys have any other questions, put it in the question box. Right, if not, we'll end this thing off. I want to respect my man C. John's time, bro.
Let me piggyback off the because they said something about the prayer as well. So it's like, anybody who's just starting out, and you might not know what to say, or you might not have as much experience in terms of like the prayers. Think deeply first. I first like to give thanks first. I want you to speak up before you ask. Make sure you give thanks on what you got now. You need to be thanking God for what you have now before you start asking for things. Before you start asking Him to pray over your team. You want to thank Him for what He's done for you now. So once you start thanking Him for now, you get into you want to show gratitude. You don't want to just show gratitude to mentors, to other people. You want to show gratitude to God first, because gratitude is the seed for more. So if He sees, he's always praying, she's always praying, and they never ask me for anything. It's just like, sometimes it's good to just come to God real quick before you start asking. Is to really just say, you know what, God, like I really don't want anything. I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for watching over my family. I want to thank you for giving me another day. I want to thank you for having food for being able to provide food for me. I want to thank you for having my lights on. I want to thank you for having a roof over my head. I want to thank you for these things. I want to thank you for bringing me through that time. I remember that time you brought me out, that time where I thought I was stuck. I remember when you brought me through that. God, I just pray that you guide my feet. You guide my mind. It's just really just being able to just ask. I mean, it's really just being able to thank Him first, and then start leading up to asking. And when you do ask Him, you don't necessarily ask Him for the big thing unless you've been really praying. If you haven't really been praying as much, you can't just go ask Him for a huge thing if you didn't even go ahead and you can give Him thanks. You know what I mean? There's a period of time, even for this whole month, I'm not even really asking Him for anything. I'm just literally just gonna be grateful for what He gave me, so He could be like, you know what? Because God can do a lot with a little bit. So if I got a little bit and it's working for me, man. I mean, yes, I'm gonna keep saying my affirmations. Yes, I'm gonna keep writing these things in the glory in my book. Yes, I'm gonna keep, running my schedule. Yes, I'm gonna still have a plan and a vision. And eventually, if he sees my heart and he hears the way I speak in my heart, he'll give me the fruits of my labor. So that's pretty much, for anybody who's just starting out with praying. You don't have to get into, I know y'all hear, even like, Pastor Colin or some other folks, you hear their prayer, you're like, Dad, I wish I could pray like that. Start off by thanking him first and then branch on and then add other things on. But go ahead, bro.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I got one more question that somebody asked in the chat, and other than that, bro, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like a good question, right? How do you blend your business life with your private life?
Whew. Your business, how do you blend your business life with your private life? I think, bro, it comes down to when you, all right, so when the person who said blend, when they mean blended, they mean like, and maybe you can give an interpretation of what they mean as well. When they say blended, they mean like, okay, how do I have like that that rhythm between like business and personal life? Like that, is that what they mean?
Yeah,
Or
pretty much means like either that or how do you differentiate like how to spend time in your private life to your business life, even though your business life is so busy?
yeah, all right, good question. Man, it comes down to, the priorities. It comes down to the priorities. I think I fell. I don't want to say I fell. I think I got to a point where I was business, 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 to a point where you know I started like just only consuming the business. You know what I mean? And I was just business, 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 and I had to create a rhythm. I was like, man, like, I'm doing this for entrepreneurship, and I do realize that there's seasons where you have to put in more work than others. I get that, but for me, what I've been doing is just I've been staying stick to it. I've been staying strict to a schedule,
Mhm.
and you gotta create time for yourself. And I think when you don't create time for yourself, what happens is you fall into this thing called burnout. You know what I mean? Because you're doing the business, you're doing the business, you're doing business, you're doing the business, you're doing the business, and then it's like, yeah, but what are you doing for you? What are you doing for you? You know what I mean? So, my private life, in terms of what I do with that, number one, I actually love the business. So like, I don't mind giving a lot more. I mind giving time to the business a lot of times. But I've been lately, I would say, at least for the past month, I've definitely been taking more me time. Uh, and my personal life is not like, uh, it's not to the point where it's just like I'm not in a relationship or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not something that I'm like, saying, oh, okay, like, I gotta give more time to that. You know what I mean? But, for me, it's more or less like I'm doing other things outside the business. I just don't show what I'm doing outside the
Mhm.
business. You know what I mean? So like, if I'm doing real estate, Instagram doesn't have to know that. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm doing other things outside of this, like, I love the primary business that I do, so that's what I show.
Mhm.
But the other things that I do, I don't want to show that because I don't care to show that. You know what I mean? So it's like for me, it's more or less like, that's my, your how do I have that rhythm is just really just prioritize, what you feel like you need to do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're gonna you're gonna do this business, and if you want to go hit seven figures, bro, you're gonna have to do things that you don't want to do.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to dedicate, bro. You can't just, oh, you know what? I have a life too. That's not how it works to hit seven figures. That's not how it works.
Mhm.
To hit six figures, you might be able to do it. I'm gonna be honest. You might be able to do it. Might. And when I say might, I'm saying that's a small might. You know what I mean? You might be able to do it. But I guarantee you, anything that you're looking to do, when it comes to being able to make six figures, it's going to require an incredible amount of work ethic. When it comes to seven, it's kind of like, ask any seven figure earner. I haven't been able to hit seven figures yet, but I'm pretty sure it's business, and then it's private. You know what I mean? Because most of the people who, you know, I've had intimate questions, just like how you're doing this IG live with me. I've had these intimate conversations with the Matt Roses, the Jason Browns, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? The Banks, the Darwins. You know what I mean? And it took an incredible amount of work ethic. It took sacrifice. It took, you know, being able to sacrifice certain things, and you know that's just what it is, bro. And you know, now that you know I've been able to hit a good level in terms of like, you know, income. You know, I'm grateful for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not content. But now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prioritize time to actually, you know, work out. Even though I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like doing it. But I can't accumulate a bunch of wealth with not having health. You know what I mean? So for 4 years ago, I became a vegan. So now I don't eat meat. I don't eat dairy. I don't eat cheese. I don't do eggs. I don't do none of that. So that's half the battle, my diet. The second half is the physical component. So now it's like, okay, now I'm physically, because spiritually I'm developing every single day, whether I like it or not. It's become a habit now. It's become routine. You know what I mean? So spiritually, I'm developing over and over, over and over. But when it comes to being able to be in the business, you know what I mean? When it comes to, you know, doing the business work, I'm gonna be honest. You know, there's gonna be a season where you have to give some work ethic towards that. You know what I mean? But you got to figure out, all right, outside of the business, what are the components that I need to work on? If you're looking for that significant other, then you can go ahead and, you know, do that. You know what I mean? If you can go search for that. You know, if you're looking for, you know, fitness in your life, go do that. You know what I mean? If you're looking to do other things outside of it, and if you're looking to do all of those, prioritize the time to go ahead and do that, bro. Like, I got a schedule, bro. I got a schedule. You know, this was today. I mean, this was Monday. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's some gaps in there because I got to make time for me. You know what I mean? I got to make time for me. You know what I mean? Like, this is my calendar, bro. Like, this is, you know what I mean? You see each thing, but you see gaps in there because that's for me. You know what I mean? Same thing here. Same thing. You know what I mean? You see gaps in there, but certain times is for me. It's me time. You know what I mean? But I got the documentation in the I don't just do things or I don't just preach things and not do it. Like, I'm staying strict to the schedule. You know what I mean? So it's like I've been able to prioritize a little bit more. Why? Because I've been able to put certain leaders in position to be able to go ahead and handle certain things. Now I gave them responsibility. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, if you want more time for yourself outside the business, you know, develop certain responsibilities for certain people, because when Gustavo gave me responsibilities, I wanted the responsibility because I know the responsibility was going to pay me. You know what I mean? I know the responsibility involved impact. I know the responsibility involved leadership. So that's why I took it. You know what I mean? So that's what I did, you know. But as I'm on my way to, you know, the 7-figure mark, you know, I realized that, you know, I got to be very, very intentional with leadership because I can't just do it on my own, you know. So there's going to be certain spiritual work that needs to happen because the spiritual work is how I got to where I got to. And it's not going to be by hitting the phones all day. It's not going to be by being on the charts all day. It's not going to be by putting in an enormous amount of work. It's, bro, like, if you're putting in more work physical than you are spiritually, backwards. It's backwards. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to, your schedule should be done Sunday. You should be booking appointments. You should be, you know, how many people you got on your team, Scotty?
Huh?
How many people you got on your team? 20. So every Sunday, you should be reaching out to those folks. This is just an idea. Hey, you know, anybody want to book? I'm looking to fill up my calendar. Anybody want to book a strategy call? Or does anybody want to book a tune-up call? You know, a tune-up call means filling the blanks of something that they just didn't understand. Or anybody want to go ahead and, you know, schedule a op with me, you know, so we can go ahead and we can do that. You know what I mean? So now I got 3 different things that people can schedule me on. You know, Sunday, they let me know if it's not filled up by Sunday, you know, by Monday, you can add some other things. But now you start adding other things for you. And now you get busy. And now you're like, okay, my morning routine, check, that's done. Did I get any physical workout, any physical activity? It could be 20 minutes, bro. You know, maybe I find, did I reach out to my accountability partner? Did I send gratitude messages out before 12? You know, did I write down my goals 10 times a day? You know, did I do that? You know, so that's the perspective, bro, you know, in terms of like the rhythm, you know, to the business and to your life. You know, so I hope that was a good question for anybody that was on here. And you know, I definitely want to thank you on here. If there is another question, I'll take one more only, and then I'm out. You know, I'm out after the last one.
Let me see.
There's no other question,
Okay.
but good. But if there's one more question, I'll take that one.
Okay, bet. It says, how do you check your intentions? Because I know I want more than I get the money, right? But how do I really check your intentions you're doing for doing anything? How do you check your intentions?
How do I check my intentions?
Yes.
Based off what? What they said?
It says, okay, how do you check your intentions? Because I know I want more money than I get, right? The money, right? But how do you really check your intentions for doing anything?
Oh, all right, cool. So they said, how do you check your intentions? I know I want more money than what I'm getting right now. So you gotta do some analysis, right? You gotta do some analysis. You know, so you gotta ask yourself, okay, if I look at what I'm doing right now, does the things that's in my calendar, right? You know, number one, you said, because I heard more money, so obviously the intentions is money, but you have to reverse engineer that specific intention, because at the end of the day, you got to figure out, okay, what's going to help me create more money? You know, what's going to help me create more money? An IPA, right? An income producing activity. That's going to help me create more money, the income producing activity. But before the income producing activity, what else do I need to do? Bro, I have to move with the right intentions in terms of like, it can't just be about money. In the back of my mind, I know that it's going to be a representation of money, but your intentions need to be on serving, not money. Because service gets me money in the long run. Service. When my intentions is clear on just helping an individual, you know, that's gonna multiply right away. Because at the end of the day, that was heart, like a lot of people doing hand-to-hand combat, but they need to be doing heart-to-heart combat. Like at the end of the day, if my heart is not in it, come on, you're obviously doing this for money, and your intentions just can't be on money. You know, that's why it's a such thing as delayed gratification, because God already knows your heart. You after money. Money is the root of, for the love of money is the root of all evil.
I got that tatted on me.
You know what I mean? So it's the love of money. So it's like, right, your intentions is on money, which means you probably love it. So my mindset is on impact. My mindset is on heart-to-heart combat. My mindset is, okay, let me go ahead and make sure that my faith is in the right place. Let me go make sure that my intentions in the right place. Let me make sure that my thoughts is in the right place. Let me make sure that that I'm understanding that what helps me get the money is gonna be service and impact. You know, and so I feel like when your mindset is on that and your intentions is pure, bro, you can get whatever you want. But I feel like a lot of people, you know, I'm gonna just say it could be in any company. You could work at Apple. You could work at you doing this for promotion. You know, it's more than just the promotion. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you get a promotion based off results, obviously. But bro, like, if you think about it, if me and you both work at Apple right now, and you
Mm-hmm.
communicate with the manager a lot more than I do. But I just perform. You perform a little bit, but I perform just a little bit better. But you have the relationship with the manager. Oh, you're gonna get the promotion over me. You're gonna get the promotion over me. Why? Because at the end of the day, yes, it matters about results, but it matters. All right, you know what? This person, bro. I've gotten promotions based off the perspective of just connecting with the person who knows my heart. You know what I mean? When your heart is evident and present always, or the money always gonna flow. Now you apply skills. But the first stop is
Mm-hmm.
really just working on your heart, working on your intentions of impact. Focus on those things. When you focus on those things, everything will take care of itself. Service to many leads to greatness. We already know that. You said that in the beginning. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really just understanding, like, yeah, the perspective has to be different, because what happens when somebody does say it's no? What happens when somebody says, "Oh, I want to do something else"? Is now because you're thinking about the money, you love their no, you love their yes, but you don't love their no.
Mm.
You love their yes, but you don't love their no. So when somebody wants to step down or step away, I still love them. Why? Because my heart is in it. So whatever they do, I want them to succeed. Whatever. But I gotta love that yes just as much as I love that no. Because at the end of the day, if I was focused just on the money, when they leave, guess what? I'm frustrated because my intentions was because I wanted to make more money than what I'm earning right now. But if my intentions is on my heart, or if my intentions is on I'm on heart to heart combat. My intentions is really just to go impact this person and help them get to a place where they didn't even intend on going, and now they thank me later. When it's heart to heart combat, you don't care if they leave because your heart was in it. You're connected with them, and now you just say, you know what? Whatever you decide to do, I'm okay with it because I was here for impact. I wasn't here for the income. That's why Matt and Jason, they say impact over income, and I really respect that, because at the end of the day, bro, like, I'm never frustrated when somebody leaves. I'm just like, I love you. I love you when you was in, and I love you when you was out. And that's why even people who do leave still got a connection with me like this, bro, because they know my heart. And maybe they might not want to join me in that venture, but maybe they want to book one of my Airbnbs. Maybe they want to book one of my tours. Maybe I drop an ebook and they want to support.
That's
People over profits, bro. But other than that, man, thanks for having me, bro. I'm excited, bro. I'm
bro.
excited for you and your success, bro.
Bro, I
I
appreciate.
believe, yeah, I'm excited for you and your success, bro. And keep me updated. If you ever need help with anything, bro, you can hit me up, bro. That access is there. Just because, like, I know your heart. You know what I mean? I know your heart. I know where you're at. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, bro, if you need help with anything, I'll give you my number after this too, so you can, reach out to me as well.
Mhm.
And bro, like, whatever you need, bro, like, we could connect, bro. I know your heart. I'm excited for you to get to the next level, bro. I'm excited for you to get to, these new heights, these new income levels, and I know you're gonna do it the right way, bro. You're moving with the right intentions, bro, and that's really what it comes down to, bro. So, other than that, man, I know I'm gonna see you. I know you're coming to Arizona in the 23rd. So
Super sad.
so I'll definitely see you. I'll definitely see you for sure, bro. So other than that, bro, I love you, man. And I appreciate you for getting me on, man. And let's get it.
But you already know, love you too, family. I appreciate you. I hope we were taking notes on this call, right? I'm just gonna pass it back to C John real quick. This man gave me so much value this call. I hope we really got some value, right? Let's get some thank you C Johns in the chat real quick. Like we really need to thank this man for being such a servantless leader. He gets nothing for helping me, but look at how servantless this man is to help others, right? This is why they call him Mr. Big Faith, right? So with that being said, right, I love every single one of you that got on this call. I love you too, C John. I'll definitely be texting you after this call, bro. And you already know we're gonna run it up. I will see all of you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. I love you all, family.